came in very positive and excited, and then something happened over the weekend that really threw me off. And when I say the weekend, look, we are recording this a little bit in the past.
What happened?
Something happened at the TikTok Awards with someone that works here at the company of DM Podcasts.
What?
Who do you know here from DM Podcasts? Names to remember.
Dave, obviously.
Yeah.
Cam,
yeah.
why'd you laugh?
We'll get to that in a second.
Happened?
I'm just trying to see if you're as bad as I am on
No.
names.
I'll be honest. If we've had a conversation longer than 5 minutes, I'm going to remember your name.
Okay, so you know Dave, you know Cam, you know Anthony, you know Naomi.
Yes, that's it.
There's one other bloke that we met and we spoke to him for a bit, but I forgot his name.
Yes.
Big bloke, bearded. Dave, what's his name?
That's Clancy.
Clancy. I'll never remember. How can I forget that name? Clancy. You remember Clancy?
No.
You met Clancy.
I've never heard of a Clancy.
All right, so let me explain to you what happened at the TikTok Awards, right?
Yeah.
I went there. I saw Naomi there. I knew she was going to be there. I said hi to her, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I saw a familiar face.
Yes.
And I went like this, and I looked at this familiar face and kind of squinted my eyes like a really confused dog with the head tilt and everything. And I said, "Where do I know you from?"
Hold on. What day was the TikTok Awards?
It was a Thursday.
So a couple of days before we were...
Yeah. You know. Yeah.
we were at the studio.
Yeah. So I said, where do I know you from? And I tilted my head a little bit, and he goes, "Are you joking?" And I was like, "No, I'm very bad with faces."
Really bad.
And he said, "Cameron." And I said, "Cam." And it clicked to me. And I was like, "Bro, oh my God. Like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. Like, I had a brain fart, blah, 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 whatever." And then I said something else to him because obviously we had the meeting with him as well, the Zoom meeting.
How do you save that moment?
I tried to save it. And I said, "Cam, just so I'm not a complete asshole here," I said, "I'm not going to recognize you from a Zoom call, bro. Have we ever met in person?" And he goes,
doubled down.
He literally goes, "What the fuck?" He goes, "Bro, we spoke in the kitchen when you did the first podcast. When you did the trial podcast, when you were making a coffee, we spoke for 10 minutes." And I'm like, "Oh my God, bro, I'm such a fucking asshole."
Oh my God, yes. That's fucking... You know why that's really embarrassing?
It's really bad.
Because of that Zoom meeting. That went for like 50 minutes
And
about very important things and how we're going to work together and like what we're going to... And
no, but that's fine. Like the Zoom meeting was
It's
on
not
my
fine.
The Zoom meeting was on my phone. Cam was this big when I saw him. I could get away with not recognizing him, but the fact that we
was
had
also
met in
human
person,
size, yes.
he was human size in front of my face. Anyways, I sent him a message that night as well, and I was like, "Bro, I'm such a piece of shit. I'm so sorry."
course, yes.
I felt like I actually genuinely felt so bad
you
for
had
that
to.
because if someone did that to me, I'd be like, "What an asshole! Who
Yeah.
the fuck does this guy think he is?"
100%.
But it was a pure mistake. A pure mistake, and he responds to me on Instagram. You know what he says? "Sorry, who's this?"
yes, Cam, I agree.
Yeah.
Who knows what side of his story
I
is.
would have been so thrown off. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know if he hates me now. We'll come down to the conclusion. I'm hoping we still have love for each other after what I had done.
Yeah, and then he'll realize that slowly, you're just fucking ridiculous with time, with preparation, with just everything.
Yeah, it's the ADHD in me.
It's really bad.
It's super
You
bad.
need to stop it. Like, it's actually like really, it's getting between us.
Okay, relax.
It is. Just so you know, again, we plan to come here at 2:30, and I actually FaceTimed him at about 1:30, like speaking to him like a child, Dave. Like, I'm like, "Hey, bro, okay, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just, prepping for the podcast." Great. And then I was like, "We need to be there at 2:30. Just want to make sure you're going to get up and get ready after this phone call." Like, I said those words. He's like, "Yeah, okay, no worries." Calls me, yes.
So I'm just going to say, in my defense, I swear to God, the second that I hung up on you, I closed my laptop and I went upstairs to get ready.
Like, I just want to strap a GoPro to you to see what you actually do after. It's really bad. All in all, he was coming late and he came late. I just want to know what's the go.
Okay, so I can only put it down to one thing. And this is me being serious. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being 100% honest.
I need to know.
It's the undiagnosed ADHD.
I don't know. You can't do that. You can't just chuck that in. Because I have ADHD as well. I come on time.
Sometimes you come on time. Sometimes you come on time.
And you know what the worst part is? Yaz is one of those friends that you keep that in mind. So you would give a buffer or something like that. And when you do give a buffer and you come late because you know he's going to come late, he comes on time. And then he gaslights you. He gaslights you.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what happened today. We got off the phone, 1:30. I said, looked at my clock. I said, I have to leave it here at 2. I'll be there on time, right? And I said, plenty of time. I said, don't even need to shower. I don't even need to shower because I showered the night before.
Incredible.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All I have to do is go upstairs, brush my teeth, put some deodorant on, change my clothes, and head down.
Of course. What
30
went
minutes
wrong?
to do so. Amazing. Nothing. I did all of that. There was a poo in between that.
Oh, there we go. There we go. It's the poo.
And
it's
then
the poo.
I had put my shirt on, put my cap on, ready to leave. I looked at the time, 2:07. I went, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Time perception is terrible for me.
No.
Really bad.
I actually don't think it is. I think your issue is poo. Poo is your issue. What was my reaction last week, Dave, when he was like, I needed to poo?
Yeah, I think you were just, of course.
I was like,
obviously.
I was,
Okay.
you could tell that I've been through this multiple times and he's just going to take 10 hours shitting. And the thing that pisses me off the most is you finish your shit in the first minute.
No. This is where people get confused when it comes to Yaz's poo times. This is where people get
Right,
really
hold on.
confused. You know what? They say don't talk about poo, but I feel like it's going to be a big conversation, a big part of this podcast.
see the sponsorships that come in.
No, like Feras, how many times do you poo a day?
Lately, I've been very different. Usually, it'd be once a day.
Once a day. Okay, Dave.
1 to 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hitting 4 on an average day. It's a big part of my day.
Is that worrying or is that healthy?
No, I've checked. It's healthy.
It's healthy?
It's healthy. It's not bad at all.
You just need to stop with how long you're taking with everything and realize you are a grown man that needs to be on time when you say you're going to be there. That's it. Very simple.
I'll accept that.
Yeah?
I apologize for being late.
Oh, this is too healthy for us. Is that it?
I just don't want our
Our mojo to be thrown
not
off?
our mojo to be thrown off. It's just like, the way we argue in private, I don't want to publicize that to
Yeah,
the world.
it's really, really
So I'm
bad.
just going to apologize and say I'm sorry for being late. I'll try my best.
Our
to,
friendship behind closed doors, like, we'll get cancelled. We can't show all of it. Of course, can we?
We'll see
You know
as
what?
time goes on.
Okay, so moving on.
Thank you for moving on.
Thank you. Thank you for being so well received with my criticism.
Thank you for criticizing
Excellent.
because it could.
Can you tell we've been to therapy, Dave, since the last time?
It's a dramatic change. Could be different people sitting in front of me.
Okay, so you know what I figured out? Well, you know what I discovered the other day?
Yeah.
You know Mr. Bean.
Who doesn't know Mr. Bean?
Right, everyone knows Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean could possibly be the most well-known name on earth.
Yeah.
Or one of top 5.
Everyone
Do we say
knows.
top 5?
After Jesus Christ and the Prophet Muhammad.
Oh yeah, true. Top 5. That's why I said top 5. There's a few in front of
And
him.
Santa
right?
Claus.
There's a few in front of him.
Okay, there's a few. So I grew up with Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
Binging Mr. Bean.
All the time.
Like, loved it. Know all the little scenarios, little funny skits. I discovered the other day that Mr. Bean is only one season.
I remember seeing this. How many episodes? 15 episodes?
Even Dave's tripping out.
Yeah.
How many episodes is Mr. Bean? Bro, it felt like we grew up with Mr. He
It might be
only
less.
has like 10 episodes or some shit like that.
Yeah, 1 season in 1990.
And how many episodes?
Like 10, right?
Hang on, 15, I think.
15.
15. Yeah. That's what I remember reading. 15 episodes. But the funny thing is the episodes only go for 15 minutes.
Bro, that's just like telling me The Simpsons only had like 8 episodes.
It-
Like, that's how I see it.
It doesn't make any sense, right?
It makes no sense. Like, I felt like I've watched
I've
all
watched
of his stuff.
100 episodes, and this is what really baffles me about the show. But if I was to say to you, what's the most memorable Mr. Bean scene? I feel like everyone has the same one.
I've got one, but it's from the movie.
No. The TV show. Think about Mr. Bean TV show, and there's one memorable.
Okay, I remember a scene of him in the movie theaters. Throwing up the popcorn and getting...
Is that the one that comes to your mind?
That's the one that comes to my mind. What comes to yours?
Dave, have you ever watched Mr. Bean? The
Yeah,
shows?
I've probably seen the movies more than
I've seen the movies
show.
more
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well,
yeah,
of
yeah.
course. To be honest, the movie I think has more on-screen time than the season itself.
Yeah.
Which is insane to think about. It's wild to think about. But I remember the chicken on the head.
The what?
The turkey, sorry.
yes.
turkey on the
I
head.
remember that. Yeah.
But 15 episodes is crazy.
And what the hell is wrong with him? What's wrong with Mr. Bean? I went into a bit of a Mr. Bean rabbit hole last night. And I thought to myself, we enjoyed him so much, but he hardly said anything.
He could barely talk.
And
Hello.
Yeah. Like, so,
I'm Mr.
so then I
Bean.
really thought about it. I'm like, is he deaf? Does he? Is that why he probably can't communicate as well? Is it like what's wrong with him? Is he
so
autistic?
the first thing, well, here's the thing. We're just full respect here.
Love Mr. Bean.
He has symptoms of autism. 100% he's got symptoms of autism.
Of course.
He speaks like he's deaf. Think about it. When he speaks,
Yeah, Mr. Bean's gone through a lot.
it's like I'm about to put on a deaf accent. This is really bad.
No.
They won't hear it. It's fine. So,
He can't say-
hello. No, that's Mr. Bean. No. This is Mr. Bean.
Hello.
I'm Mr. No, wait. How does he do it? I can't do it.
I'm scared.
What does Mr. Bean sound like? I'm gonna.
Isn't he just like Bean?
Bean? Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
Mr.
yeah.
Bean.
So
Is that what he says?
what's actually wrong with him?
So there's a theory. Have you not seen the theory?
No, what's
I
Mr.
thought that's what you were leading into.
Yeah, well,
you
what-
actually genuinely have no idea.
I actually don't know what's wrong with him.
Okay,
do you know?
this-
Hold on. Do you know, Dave?
No,
don't-
not objectively. I can make guesses.
Yeah. But nobody actually knows. So what's the theory?
All right. Mr. Bean is an alien.
What?
You haven't heard this?
I've
What do you
heard- Yeah, I
mean?
have seen this.
Okay. Tell me.
So Mr. Bean, right? What is the intro to the Mr. Bean show? Do you remember it?
No. I can't remember it.
Okay, it's a street view. It's
Yeah.
a street view.
Yeah.
And then what happens? A light turns on.
Really?
A light turns on. It looks like a spotlight.
Yeah.
And then he falls.
That's
from it.
right. He does, and he looks up,
And he looks up, he
yeah.
looks around, right? He fell from a spaceship, bro.
like a UFO light.
Yes. Let me show you something. I wish we prepared for this. To watch this, all right?
Also, while you,
Yeah. Tell us.
no, while you're finding this, the reason why it's weird that it feels like one season is because the one season was released between 1990 and 96.
Oh, what an asshole of a network.
Sorry, December 95. They released basically 2 episodes a year for 5 years.
And how
3
long
episodes
are
a
these episodes, Dave?
Like 15 minutes, I think.
What?
You're telling me
They're
this-
not 15 minutes.
Let me check this.
was Mr. Bean the creator? What's his name?
Rowan Atkinson.
Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah.
Rowan Atkinson. Was he the?
They're 25 to 30 minute episodes.
That's insane. To
Was
me.
Rowan Atkinson the creator of Mr. Bean?
No,
Was
I
this like a little passion project of his that he put out there? Think about it. It's not something that we would do. Like we just do one little skit that goes for
Do
25
you reckon
minutes.
he's had the best celebrity life?
No, of course not. What do you mean the best celebrity? Life?
Like, as in he was well known, but like not everyone's bothering him anymore, and he's got millions of dollars.
I think he gets bothered a lot.
You reckon?
Like for example, if I was to meet Rowan Atkinson, he's one of the very few people I'd ask for a photo.
I'd trip out. Show us the video.
Yeah.
What's the video of this alien thing?
So Mr. Bean.
So he
Intro.
falls out of the sky in a spotlight.
Here, so watch that first one. Put the volume up. You can hear it. Watch that first one.
Oh my god! And then he just like runs off.
Yeah. So what are you seeing now? Did he
A
fall?
spotlight. Yeah. He fell, and then the spotlight shows. He runs off, and then he runs back into the spotlight, going the other direction.
So does it
implying he
look
doesn't
like?
know where he's going?
So does it look like he fell?
Yeah. It looks like he, and then the spotlight closes up.
Okay, got you. Now, do you remember the Mr. Bean cartoon?
Yes.
Did you ever watch the Mr. Bean cartoon?
Yeah.
Now, I'll show you one more thing. Mr. Bean. It's wild, bro, because I actually think he's an alien. Cartoon alien.
Okay. Same ending sequence. There's a bunch of Mr. Beans
And where are they?
in a spaceship.
They're in a spaceship. This is the cartoon.
Like he drops him. No, he picks him up.
So he's going
and
back
he's saying
home.
bye.
He's going back home.
And there's a bunch of Mr. Beans with different little toys
Yes.
saying bye.
Yes.
Is he a fucking alien?
Mr. Bean's an alien.
And that's why he can't really, because he hasn't learnt the language fully. So he's just saying boon, boon. That was
Exactly.
really great.
That
wasn't
was-
it?
that
I
was
think
a-
that was
that was-
the impression. That
was
was
a-
the impression.
That was a great Mr. Bean impression.
Incredible.
Let's go to Instagram. Let's go to our
Oh yes.
let's go to our beautiful followers on Instagram.
What did we ask the listeners this time?
We put up a question in our story yesterday. We said, what is something that you do on purpose to annoy your partner? We've gotten some of the best responses here,
some are really funny.
and we're gonna share them. Right, I'll start off.
Go.
Right, this is one of my favorites. We're coming out with a bang. When I burp, I turn it into a beatbox. Now, each time I burp, she sighs, knowing the inevitable beatbox solo will follow.
Like, wait, hold on. What do you mean by burp beatbox? Like,
No, I don't think so. I think it's that was really good.
whoa.
You
Can I
surprised me.
just do anything?
You surprised me on a daily, but I think he starts with the burp.
Oh, he burps.
And then he follows
she's
through.
like, oh, okay, here's the solo coming.
So I do that. I've actually done that before with sneezes. I do
How
with
do you
sneezes.
do that? I think that's more impressive.
I wouldn't be able to do it because I have to sneeze to show you. I haven't done it in
That's
a very
hilarious.
long time, but I found this one so funny. But how would he do it? It'd be like I can't burp on demand.
Exactly like that, I think. But I think she'd be way more.
Terrible.
All right, next. Pointing out ducks.
What?
I love ducks and she doesn't. She has 2 fully functioning eyes and the cognitive ability to recognize a duck and reminds me of this every time I point out a duck. There's just random little things. But this is what I'm talking about. Anything can piss your fucking partner off if you do it enough times.
That's what I'm saying. If it's a daily occurrence,
That's
like,
why this is ridiculous.
they go for their daily walks. Look, a duck, especially if it's near you.
Or if they have webbed feet.
We're not talking about no webbed feet here. This is a no webbed feet area. For those who don't know, Feras has webbed feet.
my God.
He is a duck. I love this one. This one's great. A bit narcissistic,
Yeah.
because I feel like it could cause arguments, but it's great.
Tell me.
Turning the heated seats on when she's not looking, so she thinks she's having a hot flush.
Oh, that's evil.
That is so
That's
evil.
So evil, especially if they have like really bad health anxiety as well. God.
No, that would I was going to go into a rabbit hole there and
Can you
start talking
imagine
about
poor girl, the stress that she would have thinking she's having hot flushes
every
each
time she's in the
sits
car. She probably thinks she has like car anxiety now or travel anxiety. That's a terrible one. I don't support that one.
All right, here's the next one. When I, when I get home from work, my wife usually asks, "Good day?" To which I then turn into a British man in the 60s, tip my imaginary hat and say, "Good day" in return. I always get a disgusted look, but cheers me up every single time after I have a crap day after work.
You know what? I don't blame him for that one because she's digging her own hole. Like if they're doing this daily, she knows what's coming, right?
Yeah, true. That would be so annoying if she's just trying to have a normal conversation. He goes, "Good day," and he like bows as well.
Yeah, I think that's a nice way to end your day.
But that's what I'm saying. He can do it enough for his partner to fucking hate him.
Do you know what my ex used to do? I'm not going to mention her name. I'll say my first ex. You know who I'm talking about when I say my first ex?
Ooh, that's a
Long time ago, but you know who
that's a
I'm talking
bad ex.
about. Oh,
It's not a good ex. It's my least favorite ex of all the exes.
you didn't like her?
No, I didn't.
Not many people did. Not many people did. So she used to do something not on purpose. It was just how her brain functioned.
A lot of things, but
Yeah. Okay, so she would go to McDonald's. Well, we would go to McDonald's together, and her go-to meal, which is I think at 80% of female go-to meals, is the nuggets.
Yeah.
They love their nuggets. So she would want nuggets. Now, what would I have to do? She wants 6 or 10 nuggets, right,
Yeah.
in her meal.
Okay.
I can't order the 6 or 10 nuggets. I have to order 20 nuggets. Do you know why?
Because you want to eat with her?
No, because she refuses to eat nuggets that don't have the little tail.
Oh, I remember this.
Do you remember this?
Bro, yeah, weird as shit.
So
weird.
do you know how nuggets come in
Oh my
Yeah, there's
shapes
like
and
3
sizes?
different or something.
So it's
yeah.
a circle one.
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
like
yeah.
there's one with a tail, like it kind of
Yeah.
kicks
Yeah,
off,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what the last one is.
Yeah.
Right? I couldn't tell you. But if it wasn't the one with the tail, she would refuse to eat it.
So if it wasn't the one with the tail,
Yeah, she'd only eat the one with a, because to her it felt like this is a nugget. The rest, something's wrong with them.
why? Because she thought it tasted differently?
I couldn't. No. I think she was just turned off them.
I always wondered that.
So
About her.
you know about
Yeah,
this.
no, I remember this, but you just like, yeah, holy shit.
So I used to get so freaking. Look, it wasn't bad because I got to eat the nuggets that she didn't eat,
No, it's
right?
fucking
But it's just
annoying.
like, dude, what's wrong with you?
So she would only eat the ones with the tail.
Only the ones with the tail.
The circle ones, what would she do with them?
Throw them out. She refuses to eat them.
What were their reactions when you would? Oh, okay. So you wouldn't specifically ask.
She
them
would.
for it.
She would try to. right? And then it got to the point where it was embarrassing. And I'm like, just order 20 and pick out your favorite 10 or your favorite 6 and eat them. Like a child would do. If you're 4 or 5 years old, I get it. You can be a little bit annoying sometimes.
a child would still eat the nuggets. That's the thing.
So I had to put up with this for so long.
Holy shit, yeah.
Then guess what I found out? And this wasn't even that long ago. It was when I went to Italy. When I went to Italy like a couple of weeks ago, we went into like their big HQ McDonald's, massive, it's like 3-level Macca's.
Yeah.
They actually have a nugget machine on display.
These nugget machine.
These nuggets that we eat are not randomly shaped. They're cut into shape.
What the fuck?
Did you not know this? Well, I didn't. I don't know why you'd know this. But there's like, I think like Dave said, 3 or 4 different nuggets.
Yeah, there's 4 different shapes here. The bell, the bow tie, the ball, and the boot.
I love this.
Hold on.
And I think the boot is the one that your ex liked.
She's the one, she only ate the boots.
That makes so much more sense. But hold on. If you are purposely designing nuggets, why the fuck are you choosing those shapes?
Us choosing them or her?
No, well, why is McDonald's making those shapes if it's a purpose design?
I don't know. We'll just see what Dave comes up with. I hear Dave typing in the
Why
background.
do they? No, but honestly, if you had the choice to make shapes, why are you just doing random fucking? So it looks natural?
I think so.
You reckon?
I think so. But I feel like 4 isn't enough to make it look natural.
I think it is so it looks natural. So people think that they just put it together.
Handmade, kind of handmade.
I think that is. They're fucking smart.
But
Yeah, I think there's a bit of that. They also say it's like the best sort of shape to dip it in as well.
So why wouldn't they just make it all that shape?
No, because they said 3 would have been too few because then it would have looked too like uniform. Because 4 in a box of 6, you're like, it's pretty random. There's no, you know what
That's
I mean?
so
Yeah.
true. That's incredible.
We're going to do some kind of social experiment with this soon. I want to order a 20-pack and see how many bells I get, how many bow ties I get, how many whatever round ones I get. And just figure it out. But in her defense, I'll end it on a high note.
Yeah.
I still order something that she also used to order every time. And
What?
it is one of the greatest customizable burgers.
Is this the one that you put me on a couple of months ago?
It is
He's,
one of-
He's right. He's right.
Did you try it?
Yeah. Incredible.
Dave,
He's right.
You need to try this.
Okay, everyone write this order down.
Are you ready for it? Double cheeseburger. Meat cheese only.
Yes.
Add lettuce and McChicken sauce.
Do it. Just do it.
Hands down the greatest burger
It is.
you are ever going to eat
is.
from McDonald's.
He's right. And I was very doubtful of it when he said mayo. I'm like, nah, I can't. I don't know. That feels
Yeah,
weird.
is the McChicken sauce not just mayo?
That's another one. I think they're both separate things because there's McChicken sauce, and I'm pretty sure if you ask for mayo, they just give you mayo.
No, I think they give you McChicken sauce. Try that burger. So when someone asks me, hey, did you learn anything from this relationship? Yes, I took something very important.
Yes.
My Macca's order for the last 10 years.
Incredible. It is good. We will give her that.
It was brilliant.
Should we shout her out?
No, don't. Bro, she's caused me so much drama even after the relationship, like years on. So, you know how I did the video clip?
Yeah. Your music video.
So, okay, yeah, I'm just going to be open here.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So, I did a music video a while ago. A lot of backing from this music video. A lot of celebrities in this music video.
Yeah.
And the idea was to have a dwarf.
Yeah, of
Right?
course.
Now, at the time, I wasn't educated on being politically correct. I had to actually educate myself like a week before, just in case.
Yeah, of course.
I thought midget was a better term to use than a dwarf. But yeah, I know that now. But what I'm saying is, does a midget sound less offensive than calling someone a dwarf?
Honestly, to me, it does. It
yeah,
actually does.
It seems less offensive, right? Oh, he's a midget. It just sounds like a scientific term.
But dwarf sounds like we're just turning into fucking cartoons. That's what it feels like, right?
This is the thing. This is what I'm talking about. So I did my research, blah, 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 whatever, to be politically correct. It was awesome. It was a big shoot, bro. You were there. You saw how many people were there. There was about 100 people at this shoot. So I had to make sure that a lot of people, especially the ones close to me, were also understanding of what they can't say, whatever, and be respectful.
Of course.
Right? So my friend Addy, you know Addy.
Yes.
Very politically incorrect.
Yes.
Extremely politically incorrect.
Also a dwarf. Not really. He's quite
Couple inches off. So he came up to me. He's like, so like, what do we call him? Like, do we call him like a midget?
What do we name him?
Do we call him a dwarf?
Is he ours? Like, that's what he would say.
And I was like, brother, what do you mean? And he's like, what do you mean what I mean? I said, call him by his fucking name.
yeah.
You call him by his name.
There we go. That's true.
You don't go,
That's so true.
excuse me, Mr. Dwarf.
That's so true. Like, I don't come up to you saying, hello, normal-sized human being.
You don't say that. Do you know what I mean? But I think, yeah, little person.
You know what? That actually reminds me. I saw this hilarious video of a dwarf.
Feras,
Can you?
this isn't a like.
Okay. Can you imagine?
I want to see it.
Can you imagine the TikTok comments on this? This is the video. Okay.
Wallah, no one can talk to me. No one. If you see me, don't look at me. Bitches, nigga.
Before you go into the comments, he is a proper minority.
In every aspect of the word.
He is a black Muslim dwarf. I'm assuming he's Muslim because he said wallahi at the beginning. He's a black Muslim dwarf. The only thing left is just being gay. If he throws gay in there, that's it. He's the world's biggest minority.
Okay, can you imagine the comments on this video? You ready? We'll start off easy. Somali final boss. That's nothing. Sniper's dream.
Wait. What's a sniper's dream?
His forehead is huge. His forehead. Dave literally did this.
Oh my God.
Sniper's dream. Hold on. Bro remembers what happened next month. This one. Bro, I can't even read this one. Bro got his own headquarters.
His own what?
Headquarters. I think this one is my favorite one. You ready?
I'm going to try not to laugh. I'm going to try my best not to laugh.
Bro has a forehead, an afterhead, and a beforehead. I just read this one. Hold on. His dreams have 8 seasons. This is it. Bro's sweat dries before he hits his eye. This is what I'm saying. TikTok comments are the funniest things you could ever read. If you find the video funny, read the TikTok comments, it'll be 10 times funnier.
We live in a world where nothing is taken seriously.
That's so funny.
Like the most serious video on earth.
Yeah.
You go open the comments like, bro.
And he'd be like, can I have fries with that?
Do you know how they're talking about these aliens in the ocean that we found? Dave, how do you not know this?
Yeah, apparently we found aliens in the ocean,
aliens in the ocean.
Bro, they had a full Congress meeting in the US about it.
Yeah.
It's all, you can watch the whole Congress meeting.
But I'll tell you why. It's because Gen Z isn't afraid of anything.
It's not that we're afraid of anything, but they just don't care.
Yeah,
bro.
They don't give a fuck. They
Yeah.
don't care who you are, what your name. Like, if they don't like you, I'm scared.
It's crazy. Dave, as a producer, you got to be on top of this stuff, brother.
Crazy.
We have aliens on Earth and you don't know about it.
Yes.
I know. I
aliens.
knew there were aliens around. I didn't know these.
Mr. Bean is one of them, but yeah.
exactly.
So all these, they used to call them UFOs, unidentified flying objects. There's another word for it now.
Yeah, UAPs.
UAPs, unidentified
Aerial phenomena.
or something along those
See, I'm
lines.
around this, don't
He's on there. He's on
nice.
there. So yeah, they found these aliens. They're saying they're from the ocean. They're from the deep depths of the ocean. They've got vehicles that are created. They've actually made vehicles that we can't back engineer or comprehend. But listen. Let me just get into this because what I'm talking about. They had this massive Congress, this huge Congress meeting, right? Where there was a panel of whatever and a panel of experts who are witnesses to these aliens, and they worked on these crafts and they worked for the government and all this bullshit, right?
Incredible.
You would think the comments would be like, can't believe aliens are amongst us, right? Or, wow, we're living in a time where things are changing. So like serious stuff.
100%.
No, bro. The top 10 comments with thousands of likes each is, who's Mrs. Congress? She's so hot. Like, that's what people are focusing on.
Someone give me her at.
Literally, what's her at? What's her at? And it's look, in their defense, she's quite hot. There's something about a 40-year-old MILF talking about aliens that just gets someone going. But that's the life we live in.
Wait, can I just ask a question? What's the difference between discovering an alien in the bottom of the ocean and just discovering a species that have never been discovered in the ocean?
Oh yeah, I think because they're
Did it come with a UFO or like
it came with vehicles.
No, it did. Okay, you're making shit up.
I
now.
swear to
it
God,
didn't
I'm
come
so-
in a vehicle, bro.
They found a vehicle.
Okay, then it's definitely a fucking alien.
That's what I'm saying, and they actually explained this in the Congress meeting.
No, there is no vehicle.
They asked the congressperson, they said, these vehicles that you have found, you've been back in engineering since the 60s, by the way. They found them in the 60s, right? And they've been back engineering them to figure out what the hell this technology is, right? They said, are these man controlled vehicles? They said, look, there's no human on Earth that will be able to withstand the speeds this thing goes to, right? The fastest jet that a human can fly, I think they said goes up to like 6 or 7 Gs before the human passes out or can't withstand the G force, right? These vehicles apparently go upwards of 3,000 Gs. That's how fast they move.
So we've seen these vehicles?
We haven't seen them. This is all Congress and they're speaking and witnesses and blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
But-
they're not showing us shit, the dogs.
No, they're just talking about it. But this is where I come in and say, I still don't trust the government. You can tell us whatever the hell you
They
want.
could, right?
They're bullshitting.
Right?
Why are they bullshitting? Who knows?
To cover something. Something happened. Something happened and they're trying to distract us.
It's either something's happening and they're trying to distract us, or they're planning to use this. They're planning to use this for a future plan.
That's very fucking scary.
It's so weird, bro.
We won't get into it now, but your theory on COVID and the vaccines
Greatest
is
theory.
the scariest theory.
It's the greatest
ever.
theory
I think
of
it
all
makes the most sense, but we will get into it on next week's episode.